So I'm here at the housing conference in Manchester, here with Luke Hurd from CHIC. Luke, just a couple of questions for you. So if a registered provider was to procure Ventro services through CHIC, what would be the benefits to them of doing that?
So part of the benefit is obviously the quick access. So we can direct award through the framework, Ventro on both the passive and the active framework. So it's about combining services together to deliver a seamless programme at pace, at speed. So for our members, that's very attractive, as well as the rates and the relationship and the introduction to Ventro through the various frameworks.
That's great, and it gives them like a compliant route to procuring those services, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fully compliant. We engage with both parties, understand the commercial, understand the programme, what they need to deliver, what the timeframes are, and as I say, we can then operate at pace. And typically, from initial introduction, we can have a fully compliant contract in place within 10 days.
Really, yeah. That's good. So, as far as the programme progresses, CHIC would remain involved throughout that process, wouldn't they? Well, how do you sort of coordinate the relationship between Ventro and the registered providers as the programme goes forward?
As a procurement house, as a framework provider, we don't just set up the contract and then walk away. Our head of member services team, our member services team, they stay very close to the contract, so it's all about relationship building. They attend the monthly meetings, they make sure the project and programmes are on time and money, and they're delivering the efficiencies that is sort of committed to as part of the framework tender, and they stay with it all the way through to sort of natural conclusion and handover. So it's that being that critical friend between both parties to make sure that actually both parties are getting the best out of the deal.
Yeah, that's good. And what do you do around the procurement of your contractors? How do you guarantee to the registered provider that you're promoting, quality, competent contractors?
Yeah, so we obviously, as a procurement house, 12 years old, we've been doing it for quite some time. We procure the frameworks through your sort of standard procurement route. Again, quality is now typically 60 or 70% of the framework tendering exercise, which basically means we focus very heavily on the quality aspect of it, not just the cost side of it. So that gives assurance to our clients. But we also have the DPS available, where we can use the DPS then to test the market and make sure that the client is getting the best offering from the marketplace. So Ventro would be part of that, and it gives you the opportunity, as you innovate, as you change, as your model changes, to be able to present that back to the market.
Yeah, no, that's good. And one last question: what's the sort of typical feedback you get with the contracts you've been working with Ventro on?
We've had some excellent feedback on Ventro. One of our largest contractors across the 620 contractors and supply chain that we work with. You certainly deliver one of the largest number of projects. We've not had negative feedback. It's all been very, very positive. Obviously, it's building safety, so it's very critical that it's accurate and correct. It's fire safety. So we would be highly recommend Ventro as one of the partners in that arena.
No, that's great. Thanks, Luke. So here we are at Housing in Manchester, and Luke Hurd from CHIC.